Alright, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. I'm here to do our daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers, so please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, while you're at it, if you could smash the like button, I would appreciate that as well. There's a link in our pinned comment to our free Discord. We talk about Bitcoin, Bitcoin miners, crypto, everything over there, so we got a great conversation. Come and join us and help us get to 10,000 subscribers. Okay, today I just want to look at what happened with the Bitcoin miners. I want to look at what happened with Bitcoin itself and then go through some news, because there's been an awful lot of news in the cryptocurrency world that really directly affects Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. So the first thing I'm going to do is go look at the Bitcoin miner big board, and let's take a look at today's price action on the miners. So you're going to see this is very red. As usual, there are a few exceptions. Iris Energy was up 3% today. Mawson was up 2.75% today. So those two were green. The other ones on my list were all red, and some of these were down quite a bit. Stronghold was down 10%. Marathon was down 10%. Core Scientific was down almost 10%. TerraWulf was down 15.75%. So there were big movers to the downside today. And as you can see, like I said, almost everybody was in the red today. So another tough day in a row. Now, I did not do an update yesterday. I'm trying not to do an update on days where nothing really happens so that I don't bore you guys. But yesterday was also an extremely red day on the big board. So I did save a picture of that. So this is yesterday's big board. I'm not going to go through it, but you can see yesterday was just as red as today, if not more. So this is back-to-back very red days for the Bitcoin miners. Okay, so let's look at Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame, and you will see not much activity happened here today. So as always, there's a line, an orange line from where the market closed yesterday. So Bitcoin was at $20,226 when the market closed yesterday. You'll see that it treaded along that line for a while and then dipped down, and we tested overnight and all day today. We tested this line at 20,000 big time. So on the 15-minute time frame, you will see that we did have candles that closed below that. The line did continue to hold all day long, and then right here in the last like half hour of the day are these two green candles, and then right after the market closed, we had two red candles kind of getting right back to where we started. So, you know, it was not a huge movement on the day today, but we did test that $20,000 line, and I think that the market gets nervous every time we test this $20,000 line of support. Remember, there's a 4.5-year line of support. We did take this out a few weeks ago, and we had one daily candle close below this line of support. The next day closed above it. We have not closed below it since, but you can see we're having another big test here, and every time it looks like we're out of the woods and trending upward, we continue to go back down and retest this line. Okay, so before I get to the next chart, I want to go through some news, because there was some big news that is impacting all of this, and I just want to try and keep everybody up to date. Okay, the first thing is 3 arrows to be liquidated as Teneo, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, takes control of assets. So this has been given to a third party to control the assets and liquidate the company. So I'll just read a little bit of this to you. In what is believed to be the biggest failure of a crypto fund of its kind, 3 Arrows Capital, the $10 billion hedge fund, will be taken over and its assets distributed amongst creditors after a court in the British Virgin Islands ordered its liquidation Monday, according to a person familiar with the matter. So I think that person is undisclosed at this point, but it sounds like this company is going to be liquidated. So that is a massive shockwave through the entire cryptocurrency system. In particular, Voyager Digital is owed about $650 million from this company. So their stock has absolutely crashed, but you're going to see, if we look at their stock today, it was up 62%. And when you look at the chart, that's not as good as it sounds like. But, you know, if you're a day trader, these are massive moves. So this stock got back up to 56 cents today. And I think that was on the hope that essentially 3 Arrow Capital is getting liquidated, and maybe Voyager is going to get some of its money back. And if they can get enough of their money back, they can survive and move on. So I really think the fate of Voyager is kind of in the hands of where that liquidation falls. Okay, and then in other news, crypto billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried says more exchanges will fail as the industry faces a brutal downturn. So this is one of the big players, owner of FTX. So I'm just going to read a couple of sentences from this, because he explains expects a lot more damage to come. Okay, he says there are some third-tier exchanges that are already secretly insolvent, he told the magazine, declining to detail exactly which ones. Okay, then he goes on to say there are companies that are basically too far gone, and it's not practical to backstop them for reasons like a substantial hole in the balance sheet, regulatory issues, or that there is not much of a business left to be saved. Bankman-Friedman, whose worth estimated $20 billion, said. So essentially he's saying there's some of these companies that he's not going to step in and backstop. They are just going to go under. So he has, just to refresh your memory, yesterday we went through, he has gone and given some money to BlockFi to try to bail that situation out, or at least backstop it, and significant money to Voyager Digital as well to try to backstop that situation. So those are two higher profile situations that he's already stepped in on, but I think here he's letting everybody know, look, I can't bail the whole industry out, and there are some places that are not salvageable, so get ready, there's more of this to come. Okay, so let's go back to the charts a little bit. This is Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, and I just wanted to show you, essentially, this is the last week. So you see, 1 week ago on June 22nd, we were testing this line at $20,000, and we had a run up to 21,700. Actually, the peak was 21,866. So we ran up very nearly $2,000, only to turn back around and spend this week getting back to this line at 20,000 and retesting it. Now, these are 4-hour candles. You will see this is 1, 2, 3, 4 4-hour candles in a row that had a candle wick below 20,000. Now, all 4 of those did close above the $20,000 line of support. So this support is holding even at the 4-hour level, but it is getting tested severely. That's 4 4-hour candles in a row. We've had a little bump since then, but we're still right there. I mean, we're at $20,131 right now. So we're sitting right at the line. Okay, so here's Bitcoin on the 1-day time frame. So this paints the same picture. Basically, this is that ride from last week to this week. We went up and then we just came straight back down the last 4 days in a row, including today. And you'll see here is the 1 day where we actually had a daily candle close below the line, and it candle wicked all the way down to 17,567. So that is our new, basically 2-year low. This green line right here is the 200-week moving average. We're now almost 2 full weeks into being underneath the 200-week moving average. This is only the 3rd time in Bitcoin's history that it's been under its 200-week moving average. So it usually does not stay there for long. So that is one big indicator that we may be having a move upward. However, we could very easily go retest 17,500. And with this only ever happening 2 times previously, who knows if this trend is going to hold. So we don't know where we're going to go from here. It is clear that this line of 20,000 is providing some temporary strong support. But we did break through it once, so there's no telling, we could very well break through it again. So for now, I'm going to continue to say what I've been saying really for the last week and a half. I think we're stuck in between this line at $20,000 as support and this 200-day moving average, which is coming in at around $22,500 as potential resistance. What we'd really like to see is to get through that and turn that back into support like Bitcoin did the only 2 other times that it crashed below that line. Okay, so let's take a look at a few of the Bitcoin miners in specific. I want to start with stock ticker WULF, WULF, and this is TeraWulf. You're going to see today they hit their all-time low. They are now trading, they closed at $1.23. They were down almost 16% on the day. And one of the things I wanted to show you is just since June 6th, which was about 3 weeks ago, TeraWulf stock is down 67%. So this stock has been beaten down even worse than most of the rest of the Bitcoin miners for whatever reason. If you guys are interested in a deep dive on TeraWulf, let me know, because I have done that on my own. I just haven't made a video. I'm not sure if anybody's interested in this or investing in this or actively involved in this one. So let me know if you guys want to see that video, or if you don't care, that's fine. I just won't make it. So just to really put this in perspective, this stock peaked on November 10th like all the other stocks did, all of the other Bitcoin mining stocks. That's when Bitcoin hit $69,000, which is its all-time high. So since that point, this stock is now down 97%. So this has been an absolute catastrophe. So if you're investing in this, please know this is an ultra high risk stock. It's already down 97%. It's down 67% just in the last 3 weeks. So this one's very volatile. Okay, so I'm not going to really talk price target or any of that kind of stuff. Right now, we are clearly in a super downtrend and in a bear market here in Bitcoin, and obviously the Bitcoin miners continue to spiral downwards. So until they find some footing, I don't think there's any point in looking at price targets. But what I do want to look at is almost every single one of these Bitcoin miners hit its 52-week low or its all-time low today, intraday. They didn't necessarily close there on the day, but they hit them all today. This is the Bitfarm chart on the 1-day time frame. Bitfarm got down to $1 $1.14 at one point in the day today. It closed at $1.19. So that is its all-time low. And this is a theme for almost every single one of these stocks, whether they're one of the established companies that's been around for a while or one of the brand new companies, you know, that's joined the group in the last 6 to 8 months. Almost every single one of them is down at their all-time low. Okay, I just want to take a look at one more stock, and this is CORZ Scientific. CORZ Scientific has also had a very bad month of June. So a bunch of these stocks have had a rough month in the month of June. CORZ Scientific is among them. If you look from where they closed on May 31st until today, June 29th, so that's just a little less than 1 month, this stock's down almost 62%. So not quite as bad as TeraWulf, but that's still a disastrous downturn in a 1 month period, particularly since a month ago this stock was already trading at its all-time low. This stock's market cap is now under $500 million. So that's one of the market caps that shocks me. You know, in a certain way, it almost feels like every single one of these Bitcoin mining stocks is finding a way to get down to $1. Some of these, I find it hard to believe. You know, Marathon is at $5.80. Riot's at $4.50. I just don't feel like those can get down to $1, but so many of these have just made their way. This thing's trading at $1.54. So it hit at $5.89 a few months ago, and I thought that was the deal of a lifetime, and it's now significantly lower than that. So you can see, again, this is not financial advice. I'm not advising you to invest in any of these stocks or not invest in any of these stocks. What I am saying is, for the most part, they're all at their 52-week low or their all-time low. They're all down somewhere in the neighborhood of 90% off of their 52-week highs. And they're extremely volatile, dangerous stocks. So this has been kind of back-to-back rough days for the Bitcoin miners. We will have to see what happens with Bitcoin tomorrow. I'm just going to finish up on the 15-minute time frame, and you'll see no big news. We're hanging out at around 20,160. So we'll see if we can hold the line at 20,000 overnight tonight. That's definitely the biggest thing I'll be looking for in the next 24 hours. So that's all I got for you on Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners today. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, please subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next video.